All right, boys, we are live on a Tuesday evening. I did a premiere earlier for my new Michael Chandler video that you guys kept asking for last night. It is out now if you care to check it out. My Dricus du Plessis Israel Adesanya video is out as well. I dropped that late last night like I promised. And of course, UFC Saudi Arabia predictions are out. So you guys can check out all those videos, but now I am here live. And, yeah, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to discuss, we can discuss UFC 303, which is bizarre because I just bit my tongue. It's bizarre because it's right around the corner. And we have an entirely new card that I haven't even had time to really think about because so much shit has been going around in the MMA community right now. So that is pretty wild. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the premiere earlier. You guys will have to let me know if you're watching this live right now or you're watching it later. Let me know what you guys think about an occasional premiere. I wouldn't do it for every video. I like just dropping videos, but I like if it's a video that I'm like excited for, or I put a lot of work into it, or it's very important. I don't mind doing a premiere where you guys can talk in the live chat while it premieres. Had over 500 people watching live, so that was pretty slick. So, but yeah, I went in on Chandler. He said don't feel sorry for him, so I'm not gonna feel sorry for him anymore. So it is what it is. Nothing I can do now. He's lost his fucking mind. And somebody's got to say it. And it's how I really feel. You know, I'm not ever trying to wish down on somebody else, ever. But, like, I'm being serious. This is just my actual thoughts. Like, I think this shit's embarrassing. I think this shit is misguided. I think it's delusional. I think it's career ending. It has nothing to do... Like, people keep saying I dislike Chandler. Go back and watch my videos on Chandler. Long before this. I've always been a Chandler fan. I love watching Chandler fight. Always thought he was a cornball. But love watching him fight. Always a big fan. Watched his entire Bellator career. I remember the Dave and Buster's commercials. I remember the Eddie Alvarez fights. I mean, come on now. For people to be like, you just don't like Chandler and that's why you're saying this. What I'm curious about is, and I know I beat this dead horse already 2 times over. If I dislike Chandler so much that it's guiding my opinions, then I guess I only need to follow emotion because I'm always right. So that's what I would like to know. You know, you're saying the fight's not going to happen because you don't like Chandler, and then ultimately you're right all the time. So I don't know. You guys will have to fill me in. Does that make any sense to you? I've had so many people say that you only think this because you don't like Chandler. So fill me in. Who hates Conor more in 2025, Dustin or Mike? Dustin. I think Mike has a fetish for him. So, one of your best vids today. Thank you. You only dislike fighters that like Trump. I didn't even know Chandler likes Trump. Is that even true? What the fuck is... You know, just for saying some dumb shit like that, time out. I'm not dealing with dumbass bullshit like that. You fucking weirdo. Joe, would you apologize to Chandler? Do you think you were too harsh on him? No, I wasn't too harsh on him. He needs a reality check. And at the end of the day, I'm not aiming that video towards him. I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion. It's not about him seeing that. I never aim for my videos. I'm not looking for clout for anyone to see the shit. Ever. Never have been. I think that's corny as hell. Joey isn't mad at Chandler. He's disappointed. That's true. Joey's on cloud 9 because his predictions came true. Touche. I mean, is it not every time? Maybe not fight predictions. But is it not every time? Huh? I call Jamal Hill delusional, salty, aggressive. Oh, boom, he gets domestic violence charge. Boom, he, salts up a storm after losing a fight fair and square. Everyone agrees with me now. I say Francis Ngannou did not make a mistake leaving the UFC. It's proven to be true. I say Chandler's making a mistake waiting for Conor McGregor because the fight's never going to come to fruition. Becomes true. I'll take my credibility all day. And people saying, you're a contrarian, Joey. I'll take my credibility all day over saying what's popular, not giving any analysis of the actual situation, not following the clues and coming to an educated guess and being accurate rather than being one of these fucking followers. That's what MMA YouTube is. That's what MMA media is. It's just a bunch of corny ass little pussies. It's all follow the leader. One says one thing, everyone follows along. That's all it is. There's no actual thinking. There's nothing up here. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. It's embarrassment. So, the people who've been rocking out with me for the last year or two, they know. They know the credibility that I've earned. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. I mean, the Colby thing. I mean, how many times? Like, seriously. I know we've talked about this a lot recently. How many times have I been up against the masses and I've died on a hill where I could have turned out brutally wrong and looked stupid as fuck? And every single time that I've doubled and tripled and quadrupled down, I've never been wrong when I do that. Ever. Ever. And there's so many times. There's so many times. If you've been watching the channel, you know. I said Colby's not going to fight Gary. He's scared of Gary. People were like, you don't like Colby because he likes Trump. No. I'm watching his videos and I'm listening to what he's saying. And he's saying, I don't want to fight Gary. I'm a pussy. That's the translation. I translated it to you guys. And then some people knew, because of my credibility with them, they knew that I was right. They agree with me. But a large portion of the MMA community says, you just don't like Colby. You just don't like Colby. He's going to fight Gary. Why would he put out these videos? Yeah. So, how many times has it happened? Jamal Hill, Colby Covington, Francis Ngannou, Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor, just to name the last year. Just to name the last year, boys. If you know, you know. Sculpt the beard? I did. I trimmed the beard earlier today. Does it not look good? Does it not look good, bro? It looks luscious. Look at it. I trimmed it up a little bit today. I'm still keeping it long, though. So, yeah. I doubted you about Colby. I thought he'd ignore Gary if he wanted to duck, and he was talking because he wanted to fight. I knew he didn't want to fight. I said from the very beginning. So, Joey be winning on the hill instead of dying. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, do you guys remember? I'm serious. I know I've said this a lot about different things. Do you guys remember the backlash I got when I criticized Jamal Hill last year? Do you remember the backlash I got then? Who ended up being right? I said, this motherfucker's delusional. This motherfucker's throwing out thinly veiled threats towards people who can't defend themselves. This guy is overtly aggressive. I don't know what you want to tell him. What do you want me to tell you? I got nothing but criticism. I would say 99% of the people were saying, Joey, leave Jamal Hill alone. Jamal Hill was complaining about 3 questions. 3 questions that Ariel Helwani asked Jiri Prochazka. And instead of just taking Jamal Hill's side and saying, yeah, fuck Ariel. Fuck Ariel. I went and listened to it with my own fucking ears. And I pulled up the questions in a video. And I said, this is what he's mad about. I don't even remember what the questions were. They were so bland. You know, who do you think is the tougher opponent? Pereira or Hill? And Jiri said Pereira, so he was salty. Well, turns out that was right. So, yes. Yeah. Anyway, Joe, I recently got a dog. Where are they going to update me and put me in the rankings? You're probably going to be at least pound for pound. You're going to be pound for pound number 3, I would say. So, you never mentioned Poirier getting an undeserved title shot. I did. Go back and watch my reaction. The Chandler video was great. Thanks for the content. The biggest lie this year was saying you'd be screaming for Strickland to get a title shot if he beat Costa and Whittaker. No, I would definitely be screaming for him to get a title shot if he beat Costa and Whittaker. If he beat Whittaker right now, I'd be saying he 100% deserves a title shot. But 1 fight win streak, barely squeaking by Paulo Costa. I just don't understand the people saying he deserves a title shot. If you're going to say that, you need to say Whittaker deserves a title shot then. So, yeah. Adesanya posting Hitler today, walking out to the crowd was disgusting. I think it's disturbing. I think anyone glamorizing Nazis, Hitler, the Holocaust in any capacity is an absolute pussy. Absolute pussy. I think it's done in poor taste. But people think that shit's funny. People in the MMA community typically think that shit's funny. So, I think you've got a small bias about Sean and Colby, but you try to use logic in situations that anyone can ask for. Dude, I get what you're saying, but you have to understand. I am open about the reasons I dislike certain fighters. That has nothing to do with my assessment. Okay? Nothing to do with it. If I say, hey, look, I don't think Strickland deserves a title shot. I mean, I don't think he doesn't deserve a title shot. I just don't think he deserves a title shot. It's not because I dislike Strickland. It's just because he's on a one-fight win streak, squeaking by Paulo Costa after losing his title, fighting in an absolute stinker if it wasn't for Dricus du Plessis. So, I don't think Izzy's an anti-Semite. I think he's just a fucking idiot posting shit like that. But if it was anyone else, you'd be cheering that shit. Colby fights the winner of MVP Gary. He's not going to. He will never fight Gary. Mark my words on that one. I'd be shocked. I hope it happens, though. Is he putting pressure on himself, bringing up the colonialism? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention. So, Izzy broke down all the upcoming events on his channel. Just no comment on Pereira's upcoming fight. Okay. Are you getting at something here? The DDP Izzy fight is going to create so much division in the MMA community. Going to be wild. It's going to be a lot of weird shit, but hopefully it gets here before you know it. It's right around the corner. It's 2 months away, 8 weeks away. So it's no different than what happened in April of this year. April was 300. It's as far away as in the past UFC 300 is. So. Is he such a weirdo posting that Nazi thing? Something you think Strickland would do? Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. There was probably something he was trying to get at, but I don't know what it is. I think it's ridiculous. So, I think it affects your assessment of Sean a little bit, like saying Sean eked by Costa. Dude, I think Costa won. People are just confused because they think Sean dropped him, which he did not. He never dropped him, not once, and he did 0 damage. The fight literally could have gone either way. He barely won via split decision. And I don't think that's disingenuous to say at all. I'm not kidding at all. But people are going to say, Joey, you're just biased. No. People are disillusioned by the commentary. They're disillusioned by the fact they think that Sean Strickland dropped him multiple times, which he did not. And they're disillusioned by the fact he moved forward. And that's it. I don't have a problem with you saying Sean Strickland won. But to act like it was some kind of dominant performance is the biggest fucking joke I've ever heard. Just like people acting like the Adesanya win was a dominant performance. It wasn't. So, I don't get it. Dude, I got dudes threatening me in the chat like he's going to go to the gym and fuck me up. Fuck you, dude. I'd curb stomp you in real life. You're a little fucking pussy. You're a bitch. Get the fuck off my channel. No one's worried about you. No one's concerned about you. Nobody's fucking scared of you. Stop acting like a tough guy when you have a random fucking picture as your profile picture, you little pussy bitch. And stop crying in chat. You're offended by words. You're so offended by words. Like, oh, where's this guy going to be at? Where's this guy going to be at? Oh, got to look for this guy. Where's he at? Anybody know where this guy's at in the chat? Shut up, dude. If you want to stay in the chat, if you don't want to get banned, just stop with the nonsense, bro. Just stop with the nonsense. Stop crying about words. It's not a big deal. You're offended by MMA opinions. So, I'm not even going to respond anymore because, you know, it just makes no sense. So, Joe, I'm in the woods waiting for you. Fair enough. Wait for me in the woods. I'll be there in a minute. Love you, Joey. Get him. Thank you, man. Love you too. Joe, if you need help with the chat, moderation, I got you, bro. FD's haters. I would take you up on that offer eventually, but I know you're just going to get crazy with the ban hammer. So, yeah. I think they'll boo Izzy in Perth, and the masses will root for DDP. Watch. We'll see. We shall see. Pat Matthews, thank you for the 199. I had it for Sean. It was a snooze fest regardless. Agreed. I'm in your driveway waiting for you. Thank you. Thank you. Wait for me. Costa literally won 4-1. I'll die on the hill. Strickland doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything, bro. That's facts. Dude forgot I have two German Shepherds. I'm on the pound for pound list. My problem with fans is how they always say how boring Strickland is. I think he is too. And he's literally walking towards his opponents and they don't do nothing. Do you watch the fucking fights? Do you watch the fights? Did you watch his fight against Jared Cannonier? Did you watch his fight against Dricus du Plessis? He backed up and did not throw anything the entire fucking fight. The Costa fight, all he did was throw teeps to keep the distance. So it was not only his fault, it was Costa's fault as well. So, if Rob wins this weekend and Izzy wins at 305, do we see another rematch? No, I doubt it. But maybe. I think if Izzy wins, Sean will get a rematch, which will be good. I can't wait for that. I'll let you know Perth is very racist. There's a lot of white South Africans. If you know the history, do not know that, I'll take your word for it, I guess. But wouldn't surprise me. What if Jones got another German Shepherd? Would 3 dogs make him higher pound for pound? Yes. Joe, you agree that yes, he's coming off a loss, and normally you would never give someone a title shot off a loss, but only because he's defended his belt 6-8 times is why Izzy gets a title fight. Basically, that's why he is. I'm not dying on the hill that I think he deserves a title shot. If you were forced to binge watch all their UFC fights, Strickland or Colby, probably Colby. It's not Strickland's fault. He just has a way of make people's game plan go south. The only 2 that counted are Jarrett and DDP, and even those he arguably won. Okay. I think Pereira countered it rather well. So, Joey, I saw rumors Hamzat's pushing very quick for August 3rd. We'll see. Dude, all right, now you're going away. We already talked about this, and now you're saying some weird shit in chat. Just gone. Immediately gone. I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks about Izzy. I miss him when he takes a long break. He's always super active, man. He's always super active. Alex Pereira countered Strickland's style pretty good. That's true. So, I thought Hamzat was deathly ill. He said it was a rumor, bro. Michael Bisping is a shill. Michael Bisping's been a shill. You have to realize a lot of these guys can do nothing else than what they're doing, which is shill for the UFC and make MMA content. So the fact that their pockets solely rely on the UFC is the reason they act the way they do. And they've lost all credibility. I hate Strickland fans. They write 2,000 threads about how boring Bilal is, act like Strickland is fight. Island Hamzat. That's true. That is true. GSP is the GOAT. Fair enough. Pat Matthews, thank you for the 199. Sneeko versus Ngannou. Who wins and how? I'm not even sure who Sneeko is. So, Ngannou. Joey beats up everyone in chat. Easy. That's facts. Strickland fans are in the closet. I don't know about all that, but he is for sure. He is for sure. Look, I'm not a Strickland fan at all, but there's something to be said about the fact he's top 3 in the division. If anyone, it says more about the division than him. I mean, he has one good win. He literally has one good win, basically. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get my point. The Chandler video is actually sad. Dude's really worshiping another man. I know. The worst part was Bisping pretending he was bantering. He's one of my favorite fighters, but no disrespect, he was kind of pathetic. That's what pussies do, man. I've been talking about this for a long time. A lot of people talk nonsense, and when you call them out on facts, they're like, oh, I'm just joking around. I'm just kidding around. They hide behind the fact that they're joking. They say ridiculous shit, and they're like, I'm just joking. So, did you hear that Bo Nichols fighting next November 9th on Jones' card? I did not hear that. That'd be pretty sweet. I mean, it's constant, man. It's constant. Bisping clearly was doing his duty to the UFC, acting like a little fucking cunt, right? And I reserved that for very, very disgusting human beings. And that clip really actually annoyed the fuck out of me. I might do a video on it. Because what he's doing is, he is angry. And it's so annoying to me that a lot of fans are agreeing and siding with these people. Michael Bisping, what he's trying to do is delegitimize Ariel Helwani, all to carry favor with Dana White in the UFC. It's an embarrassment. And a lot of fans are going along with it. And what's so disgusting about it is, Ariel is trying to inform us. I understand Ariel does certain things that people don't like. I have never been a huge fan of Ariel Helwani. I disliked him when everyone liked him. Everyone liked him back in the day because he was a little UFC shill. UFC was feeding him breaking news. He was breaking news left and right. But what happened is, he decided, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore, with the little split from the UFC. And he decided to be a little less, shilly and instead actually report. And now what you have is you have so many people that are jealous of him. You have media members that are jealous of him. You have content creators that are jealous of him. You have the fan base that's jealous of him. And you have Dana White actively shaping the narrative with his army of shills against Ariel. Also, Ariel can be snuffed out of the MMA landscape, so there's no one to actually report stuff that the UFC does not want reported. If you are working against Ariel Helwani in the respect of trying to shit on him for things that he shouldn't be shit on for, you are actively going against your own best interests. People are like, Ariel said this and Ariel said this, and he's just trying to get attention and la, 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 and he makes the story about them. He is literally reporting for us. He's already established. If he says something or doesn't say anything, it's not going to affect him one way or another. He is reporting for us. He was doing us a favor. And if you weren't a dumb fuck, you would have read between the lines and you could have saw exactly what he was saying. I know I did. I know the people who watch my channel understood. From the very first MMA hour, I told you exactly what Ariel was saying. It was clear as day. But what happens is you have a lot of the fans who actively shill for Dana White in the UFC just because of their fandom. I don't care. I love the UFC. I love the fights. I love everything about the UFC. Well, not everything, but I love, the UFC. It's my favorite sports organization, period. That doesn't mean I have to defend it nonstop against any slice of criticism. It doesn't mean I have to worship it like some type of sycophant. And a lot of fans do that. So the fact that Dana doesn't like Ariel, a lot of fans are like, yeah, I don't like Ariel either. It's annoying as hell. So, yeah. That's the point. That's the point I'm making. If you're actively campaigning against Ariel reporting news, then you're just trying to silence anyone that's trying to give you any sense of what's going on behind the scenes when the UFC is not filling us in on the biggest event and it's been 12 days of silence. So, dude, you were threatening me. You were threatening me. You're like, I'm going to find you. I'm going to do this and that. If you do it again, I'm just banning you. So that's just your warning. I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide now. But just stop with that nonsense. And then look, what happens is, another thing that happens with Ariel is people attack Ariel, right? He can't win. He can't win. Because people attack Ariel, and then if Ariel doesn't defend himself, they're like, yeah, he knows it's true. He knows it's true. He used to not respond. But then if he defends himself, they're like, oh, he's such a drama queen. He's got to make everything about himself. He's so sensitive. No matter which way you look at it, they move the goalpost. He cannot win. And I've been highly critical of Ariel in the past in certain situations. But people are so overdramatic about everything Ariel does because he's the biggest name in MMA media. And a lot of people just straight up are jealous of him, or they take their marching orders from Dana White and the UFC, and it's an outright disgrace. So, outside of the money, what is there tangible to be jealous of Ariel? I mean, he's the biggest voice in MMA media. I mean, I don't understand. You do realize 90% of MMA news comes from Ariel Helwani's show? You do realize, right? He's the best interviewer. He gets the biggest guest. He's been around the longest for the most part. He's a big name. Everyone knows who he is. I mean, clearly there's so many people, that media members and others, that are jealous of him. So, and you have to understand, I wish I could call it my buddy who used to be a hardcore fan. We used to talk about this shit all the time. I've disliked Ariel since like 2011. Whenever he was working for Fuel TV, I disliked Ariel. Inside or UFC Tonight, I disliked Ariel because I knew he was on the UFC's payroll. I actively said he was on the UFC's payroll, and it was confirmed. So I will always, in a way, dislike. I don't hate Ariel. I just dislike him for what he did in the past, and I'll never forget that. But I can dislike somebody and defend them when they should be defended. I can like someone and shit on them when they should be shit on. It's just facts. So, Anyway, what's up, Joey? You are the best MMA influencer out right now. I tune in all your takes. Salute. Can't wait for you to get 100K subs. Thank you, Sean Strickland. Thank you, bro. I really do appreciate it, man. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. I'm happy that there's some people out there that actually care. So I appreciate it very much that you actually care what I have to say. The thing is, all we've been doing over the last year or so is building credibility. And that's all I aim to continue to do. And at the end of the day, the catalog of videos that I've done, the catalog of opinions that I've given you guys, the catalog of assessments of certain nuanced situations, and being accurate with my educated guesses will speak for themselves. Will I be wrong sometimes? Sure. But I'm usually more right than I am wrong. So it is what it is. And you guys know I'm telling you my honest opinions. I'm not just bullshitting you or pandering to you. I don't know why you wouldn't want that. That's what I've always wanted. So, yeah. You know what I just realized? I miss CG. Thank you for the 29 months of membership. Waiting for the Conor McGregor Jr. is crazy. Yeah, he's going to take on Conor McGregor Jr. soon. So, yeah. What's the end game? UFC commentator? No. End game is just to cover the sport as accurately as possible. And when I get bored, I'll move on to something else. And I'll just disappear. So, your credibility got me signing up. You're like the Bernie Sanders of MMA media. I guess I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. I respect the fact you give your honest opinion. Listen, everything I say in a video, everything I cover and what I espouse, I actually believe, okay? Do we get a little bit sarcastic fucking around sometimes? Yes. But I don't ever actively try to deceive you, okay? I don't ever actively come up with an opinion that I think is going to... You know how many times... This is the best thing ever. I'm sorry, guys. We had to take an extended victory lap. How many times have I been called contrarian for an opinion that turns out to be 100% spot on? That literally gets me rock hard, all right, for lack of a better word. How many times have I been called a contrarian for an opinion that comes to be 100% accurate? The OGs know. The people who've been watching the channel for at least a year know. Okay? When is Colby going to fight? I don't know. I have no idea. He might not fight for the rest of the year. Please don't disappear. I hope I never will. But if I get bored, I will. So, my one beef with Ariel is how he ragged on UFC Saudi Arabia connections until he started working in Saudi Arabia for the excellency. If that's true, I'll take your word for it. That is hypocritical for sure. Joe, I think I saw you working on the roads earlier this week. The guy looked a lot like you. Maybe it was, for all you know. Chandler's dick will be hard as rock when McGregor says his name again. Dude, I don't think McGregor's ever going to say his name. Ever going to say his name. Ever. By the way, we're cruising towards 23,000, boys. We are cruising towards 23,000, which I'm hyped about. I am actively hyped about. So, it's going to be pretty damn sweet to hit that 30K soon. So, I'm picking Jiri. How about you? I'm seriously thinking about picking Jiri and just looking dumb as hell. Got Joey and the boys in my AirPod while I move apartments. Fair enough. 23K, let's go. Colby Chandler, good fight. Jamal Hill versus Bro 2. Agreed. How long we been live for? 28 minutes. What's up, Joey? Hope you're enjoying the beginning of summer. I am. It's fucking warm, though. So... Seems like you were at 6K for years, then 20K a week later. I think around this time last year is when I hit 10K. So if by next year I double, even, that'd be almost 50. Joey the type of guy to ruin a surprise party for his own amusement? Yeah, I am. That's fucked up. I didn't know it was warm in Alaska. Yeah, it's hot as hell. When are you dropping your predictions for this weekend's card, Joey? I would say yesterday. Most likely yesterday is when I would probably drop it. If I had to guess. If I had to guess, I would probably say I would drop it yesterday. That'd be the best guess I would think of. You really think Chandler is humiliating to his family, or were you being sarcastic? Did you watch the video? Yes, he's humiliating to his family. Shaved the bow tie? No, I trimmed it up tonight. I mean, that beard is looking pretty sweet today, isn't it? That beard's looking on point today. I just trimmed it up a little bit. I'm keeping it long now. I'm going to keep it long. I'm going to grow it out to here. I'm going to grow it out to here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to keep growing it out. I'm going to keep growing it out, boys. What's your favorite way to relax? Smoking crack, of course. Joey's the type of guy to face off Michael Chandler. If I ever saw Michael Chandler, I'd go say hi to him. Probably. It's not a beard till there's birds in it. Okay. Thanks, bro. I must have watched your big videos and must have skipped over the predictions. Make sure to go check it out. Joey sitting through boring Apex cards. I'm looking forward to the Saudi Arabia card this Saturday, but of course it's on during the middle of the day, which is annoying. Let me go look at what time it is. I think it's like 3 p.m. main card, I want to say. I can't wait. If Aliskerov wins via brutal KO, I'm going to advocate for him to get a title shot over Sean Strickland. It's going to be the best day of my life. I'll say he's on a long win streak, has a win over Strickland, has a win over Whittaker. That's much better than a win over Costa. Prelims start at 12 p.m. Eastern. Have you been to a live event? I went to one UFC 40. I went to 172, 244, and UFC DC. Almost 200 guys watching, but only 49 likes. Yeah, if you guys could like the stream, I would appreciate it. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to be one of the early subscribers. Chandler gave the green light, so Joey went hard, no lube. That's actually facts. Dude said, don't feel sorry for me. I said, you know what? I'm going in. Who'd win in their prime, Chuck Liddell or Duplessis? Chuck Liddell, probably. I'm shocked that Chandler didn't get more shit. Are you embarrassed about Nick Diaz's last fight? Yeah, I'm very embarrassed for Nick Diaz's last fight. I think he's an embarrassment for what he did. Dude straight up quit. Who does Chandler want to fight besides Conor? There's no dead body. Cowboy Cerrone in the rankings? I don't know. Probably BMF belt. Hey, Joey, answer this honestly, please. What would you do if a fighter like Michael Chandler, Jamal Hill, or Cody Bum just saw you in public and press you? What would your reaction be? Honest answer. Define what presses me means. If they come up to me and I think they're going to hit me, I'm going to hit them first. That's it. If they come up and start talking shit to me, but I don't feel like they're going to hit me, then I'm just going to talk shit right back and be like, fuck you, buddy. You know what I mean? Who the fuck do you think you're disrespecting? What are they going to do? Beat my ass? Oh, good. What am I going to do? The only way I'm changing my demeanor at all is if I think they're literally going to end my life. Other than that, I don't give a fuck. Okay? What if they shoulder check you? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run off and I'm going to get one of my buddies and then I'm going to stalk them and then I'm going to wait a second and I'm going to get to a point where I can catch them by surprise. I'm going to crouch down behind them and I'm going to have my buddy run up and push them as hard as they can and tabletop them over top me. So if you hit them first, it'll be harder to sue them. Well, then I'm just going to back up. I'm going to say, I feel threatened. I feel threatened. And then if they keep pressing forward, I'm going to pull out my samurai sword. So, let him hit you and then collect the check. That's true. I thought I found the road to somewhere in his grace. I cried out something. So, imagine Chandler tries to press me. Imagine Chandler tried to press me in public. I'd start recording for a YouTube video. That shit would be hilarious. I'd be like, Chandler, I don't want no trouble, buddy. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble, buddy. Go push the rock at the bottom of the hill. I'll start quoting the 10 Commandments. That's what I'll do if Chandler confronts me. Who wins, Leon or Bilal? Bilal, and I cannot wait for it. Joe, do you train every single day? I'm an elite member of the MMA community. You just haven't seen. Bringing Candler's wife and potential divorce into the video was weird and out of line. I'm telling you, that's what shit like this leads to. I'm just speculating here. Dude said it was out of line. Apologies then. I forgot I even said that. I tell Chandler, walk on. Yeah. He'd give me a dirty look. I'd be like, walk on. I'd be like, take a fucking walk. I'm the guy that pushes the rock deep. Shit's deep. Would you spend the 20K on you won from Hill? I just put it in a high yield savings. Bilal by decision or Bilal by late round TKO? How long do you actually think Chandler waits for? I think he moves on by the end of the year. Thoughts on Lucas Tracy picking Dricus by domination and sub and Izzy? I think he'll be surprised. I think he'll be surprised. Unless Izzy's fallen off. Maybe he's fallen off. So, I think that's a bold prediction. I think a lot of people want Dricus to win because they don't like Adesanya. I think Adesanya's going to win. So, I always never believed in you, but now I think 45K by end of year is possible. Okay. We just tight. We'll see. Could Izzy get subbed, though? I think that's Dricus' probably best path to victory is grappling, so maybe. What if MMA Guru sees you in real life and tries to convince you to stop doing YouTube and tries to pressure you and not believing in yourself? I'll tell him, walk on, buddy. Get to stepping. Get to stepping, bitch. You went on Chandler so hard, I started to feel sorry for him, but then I remember he didn't want me to disrespect him. That's how I felt. Joey, the type of guy to yell, I object at a wedding just for shit. That's true. That's actually facts. If you could fuse two MMA fighters together to go undefeated as one, who would you pick? I have no clue. Francis Ngannou and John Jones. Just for the hell of it. So Joey will talk shit right until he gets beat. Solid. I will talk shit while I'm getting beat. Jamal Hill will be beating the piss out of me and I'll still be talking shit. I'll be like, you salty little bitch. Ow. You salty little fucking pussy. Ow. Is this what your brother felt like? Ow. Bring your kids. Let them watch. Ow. Where's my wife at? Ow. I'm calling the police. Ow. I'll clean. I'll do a better job next time. Ow. So, yeah, that'd be me. That's my impression of me getting beat up by Jamal Hill. I'll clean better next time, please. Can we feed Tony to Volk and have them both retire? No. No one has held Izzy down at 185, not even Brunson or Romero. He fought at a lot of crotch sniffers like Vittori, Robert in the second fight. Dricus likely won't sub him. I think Izzy probably finishes Dricus, but Dricus' chin is so good, it's hard for me to pick that just yet. But yeah. You should make a t-shirt out of that thumbnail of you pushing Chandler's face. That'd be funny. But I'm not going to. It would be one and done. It's either that or give Tony his well-deserved title shot. Who wins, drunk McGregor or sober Tony Ferguson? Probably drunk McGregor at this point. The reason I think Izzy beats Strikas is because a very reliable source, and I know people say, oh, you're making excuses, told me in the lead up to the Strickland fight that he's not taking it seriously and that he's drinking and going out and partying every single night. And I thought he would still be able to get it done. I thought he was way better than Strickland, and I think it caught. Think it caught up to him. And I don't think that level of Izzy's going to show up against Strikas du Plessis. I think he's ultra motivated. I'm pretty confident he gets it done against Strikas. I'm pretty confident. DDP has to grapple. He's not just going to outstrike Izzy. Izzy will pick him apart at range and win. How does Strikas get takedown, double jab? He pressures you up against the fence and then takes you down. That's what he did to Sean. Is Izzy back on the juice for a DDP fight? That'll be the narrative if he wins. In the lead up to the fight, people start speculating more and more about PED usage. And then if he wins, they'll say, of course he won because he's on PEDs now. Ariel Helwani versus Dana White in MMA. Who wins? Nobody. They're both pluses. I could see DDP doing the Strickland game plan with more strength and power. Yeah, but the difference is Strikas doesn't have the defense that Sean does. I need to rewatch Strikas takedowns and see how he gets in again. I forgot how he grapples. He just slops forward like a maniac. He doesn't have great grappling. Go watch the Strikas fight. Go watch the Brunson fight. Go watch the Darren Till fight. Wouldn't you agree Strikas versus Hamzat would be way better than Adesanya versus Hamzat? I think they're both good. Just do the same thing Sean did. Stand and bang. Don't back up. Yeah, but Adesanya's footwork and his counter strikes are really, really good. Sean's just really, really defensively responsible and hard to hit. Like, Sean's hard to hit. That's his biggest strength, is he's just really hard to hit. I think it's just because he spars so much. If you were face-to-face with Chandler, would you still talk shit to him? Be honest. I'm not seeking anyone out to disrespect them. No, I'm not going to seek him out and find him face-to-face and disrespect him. No. If he started talking shit to me, I'd start talking shit back. I mean, why are you making up these hypothetical scenarios anyway? That gives me more confidence in Izzy if DDP couldn't hold Sean down. Izzy has faced Brunson, Vittori. Unless I'm mistaken, Izzy's takedown defense sucks now. DDP doesn't have excellent grappling anyway. He has really good jiu-jitsu, but his takedown entries, I think it's going to be more of like the bull and the matador. And Izzy's going to be the matador. Like, you guys have to realize, when I make videos, if I'm disrespectful to anyone, it's not like I'm seeking them out and tagging them and praying that they see that. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just giving you guys what I think. It's for you guys to watch, not for him to watch. I love how in your 305 video you addressed the build-up and how unneeded race battle tensions, seeing those kind of fans on Twitter a lot. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. And it's going to be the whole build-up. They're going to make up weird narratives that just simply aren't true. Chandler's crying thanks to you? I hope not. Don't disrespect him by feeling sorry for him. Don't you disrespect poor old Michael Chandler. Don't disrespect poor old Michael Chandler. I hope ultimately this leads to Adesanya Hamzat is what I want. I want this to lead to Adesanya Hamzat. That's what I really, really want. But you never know. You never know. You never know. Either way, Hamzat versus any of the top guys, I think will be a lot of fun. So. Did you just fart? No. Hey, Joey. Was in the land down under for the last 3 weeks before coming back to Canada. Managed to meet one lady who said her son trains at the gym as Jack Della Madalena. That's pretty cool. I'm so glad the Strickland hate is getting a bit more mainstream. He's a boring fighter and a shitty person overall. Dude, the Strickland fans are the ultimate victims, too. They're like, you don't like him because of his politics. No, I don't like him because he's fucking annoying. He says ridiculous things, and he's a boring-ass fucking fighter that claims to the death every single time and then cries robbery when he gets bitched. When Dricus Du Plessis makes him his fucking son, he cries and whines to say, the judges rigged it against me. You just can't accept responsibility for fighting like a little puss. So, I remember when being a Strickland fan was cool and underrated. Yeah, a lot of people now are starting to see how annoying Strickland is. I'm gonna wait for a title shot. You got a title shot you never deserved to begin with. You got a title shot he never actually deserved to begin with. Here's the thing, Joseph. Stop. So, funny you're not seeking to be disrespectful when that has gotten others podcasters' viewership up. Can you say integrity? I don't know what you're implying there. I'm not sure, but listen. Some of the videos, of course, there's no way around it. I'm talking shit, okay? But it's the way I really feel. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to censor myself so I don't hurt someone's feelings in the off chance they come across my small channel? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to say, Michael Chandler, this little poor guy, I just think he really needs to rethink. No, I'm going to say what I think in real life, what I would say to my best friend, which I would say to anyone. I'd be like, yeah, I think this dude's being the ultimate little pussy. I think he looks like a fucking idiot. That's just the way I am. That's the way I am in real life. So it's not about seeking him out. I'm not hoping that he sees that. I would never go out of my way to find him in real life and disrespect him in that capacity because I don't know him. If he asked me my opinion, I would tell him, I'd be like, dude, that's the pussiest shit I ever seen, dude. You got to stop. You got to stop. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I hope kid keeps his head up. I hope the kid keeps his head up. That's what I hope for. Good evening, Joey in chat. Good evening. Great job calling out Strickland for saying to the death and then comes out jabbing. It does it every fight. Hardcore fans know Chandler actually pulled out. True. I don't think Strickland would have climbed the rankings in the first place. He was knocked out by Alex convincingly and beat by Jarrett. He got a big break by Dricus not taking the fight versus Izzy. That's facts. That's facts. Got one decent win. He would have never been towards the top of the division anyway. Strickland definitely has changed. He's fighting like he doesn't want to lose, where the old Strickland would take opportunities. Barely. How do you get such a majestic beard? Does the beard look good? Because I did trim it up today. I'm keeping it long. Pause. I'm keeping it long, but I trimmed it up. What do you guys think? What do you guys think, boys? Looking pretty good? Looking pretty good. Hair's still long, though. But, yeah. I think it looks pretty solid. I'm going to grow it out like down here. And then one day I'll just show up on stream and I'll have shaved it all off. What are your thoughts? Does it look clean? I'd smash low-key. Thank you, bro. I don't think Strickland would have... I already read that. Strickland def has changed. Yeah, he just fights like a little puss, but he's always kind of fought like that. What would your reaction if Kayla Harrison and Raquel Pennington main event at pay-per-view this year? Ew. That would be my reaction. That will legitimately be my reaction. That's it. Dwight, I don't know what you're talking about, Joey. What are your thoughts about MMA Twitter making up 2 fake news reports about Hamzat? I think it's annoying, man, because everyone's going to remember that shit and mention it months and months from now. No one's ever going to retract that and say, "Oh, we were wrong. I was wrong about this." So AJ, I wanted to let you know I'm just a walk-on kid from Missouri. Walk on. Walk on. I'm done. I'm done. Do you think Mike Perry beats Logan Paul? I have no clue. I'm late. Forgive me. You are forgiven, Blaze One. You think Dustin fights again? I'll say yes. Gun to my head, I'll say yes, that he does. So, it's hard to say for sure. It's hard to say for sure. But I'll say yes. So. What the hell? All right, I don't know. Where was I at? All right, dude. If you're going to keep saying the same dumbass shit in chat and spam it like a little pussy, get timed out. You'll do as you're told. Yeah, I will. I pity the fool who talks smack on Deshaun. I think you're a nice guy. Thank you. Thank you. What's funny is I've been calling out the hypocrisy of people talking about deserved title shots on Twitter, and it's fucking hilarious to see the responses. I've been saying, if Ikram Aliskerov brutally finishes Robert Whittaker at UFC Saudi Arabia, I expect the entire MMA fan base to champion him for the next title shot because he would be the most deserving middleweight contender. People talking shit about Hamzat's pullout. Yeah, if you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, it's at MMA Joey C. I'm almost to 2,000 followers on there. Not that I really care that much. What's your thoughts on Japanese fella Kai Asakura being signed to the UFC? I think it's good they're acquiring new talent. I wonder who they're going to match him up with first. Chandler, a man of his word. Yeah, he's going to be there. He's going to show up there. He's going to show up on Saturday or UFC 303. That's, I'm done. Yeah, he's going to show up at UFC 303 and he's going to be there. He's a man of his word. What else did he say? I got to clear my mind, or I got to get right. I got to get my mind right. Sorry, boys, can't read the stream. Just got to get my mind right. I imagine, have you ever seen that picture of like the dude looking out over the beach? And it's like when I found out professional wrestling wasn't real. That is Michael Chandler when he found out that that's Michael Chandler when he found out Conor wasn't going to fight him. He's like, I just got to go for a walk to clear my head. Got to go out there and get my... She's like, no, babe, just stay in the house with me and the family. You've been gone for 6 months. No, I got to go for a walk and I got to clear my head. I got to get right with God. I got to get my mind right. This is Chandler. He walks outside with his little stupid fucking vest. And he's like, what's going on, guys? See you at the top. There's a story that reminds me where the God tells him to go to the bottom of the hill and there's a boulder there. And he says, push the boulder. And he starts pushing the boulder and his hands are bleeding and his back's bleeding and this and that. And he says, why'd you ask me to push it if I can't push it? And his wife's like watching him from the window. He's like, I didn't say you had to push it back up the hill, you dumb fuck. Dude said his career, he's attached his career to a shooting star. Please Google what a shooting star is. Please Google what a shooting star is, because that bitch crashes and burns. Shooting stars crash and burn. What are shooting stars? This is what he said that his career, he's attached his hopes and dreams to. So this is what it is. Hold on one second. Let's see. Why isn't this working? Why can't I find the definition? Shooting stars, also known as fallen stars, send streaks of light across the night sky before burning out into a point of inky blackness. Yeah. So that's all it is. A shooting star fades into irrelevancy after a few seconds still. Does Chandler get pay-per-view points? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He does not get pay-per-view points. People claim he does. He does not. He does not. He never will. He never has, would be my guess. He's probably got a nice contract. A couple $100,000 per fight. That's it. He's hoping to parlay it with a win over Conor, becoming he's hoping to parlay it with a win, basically, over Conor, to lead to clout and exposure. But no one's actually going to care because of the fact that everyone's just going to say, well, Conor's washed up. Conor's old. Conor's coming back from a catastrophic injury. What tier fights get pay-per-view points? Champions and really big names. Like Izzy will get pay-per-view points most likely for the Dricus du Plessis fight. John Jones got points for the Gone fight. Masvidal was getting pay-per-view points. Colby was not getting pay-per-view points because he was not a draw. They did not give him pay-per-view points, which is hilarious. Chandler sounds like a failed motivational speaker. That's facts. That is actually facts. It's hilarious. So it's actually fucking hilarious. It's actually sad how pathetic Chandler is waiting for McGregor. I know. It really is pathetic. Joey, it's ridiculous that people are butthurt that Strickland's not getting a title shot but call Islam boring. Islam is 100. They said Islam didn't deserve a title shot on a 10-fight win streak. They said Islam didn't deserve a title shot. They said that Bilal didn't deserve a title shot. They laughed at Bilal for getting skipped over. They said that Merab didn't deserve a title shot. They said that they're not defending Magomed Ankalaev for getting skipped over. But their pseudo-deity and Sean Strickland, oh, he says homophobic slurs, and he says racial epithets, or he thinks them, or he maybe says them behind closed doors. I'm going to root for him, even though he's boring as fuck. One of the worst fight styles in all the UFC. If that doesn't point out the ultimate hypocrisy, I don't know what is. Where were these people for Merab? Where were these people for Magomed Ankalaev? Where were these people during Steve Erceg getting a title shot? Where were they for Muhammad Makayev? Where were they for Arman Saryukian? Where were they for Dricus when Sean got skipped over? It's only when fighters they like it's only when fighters they don't like get shown favoritism, they cry about it and pretend like, where's the meritocracy? So just found your channel today. The Chandler video being my first. Good stuff. Happy to be a new sub. I'm happy to have you as a good sub. A new sub. I said good sub. Thank you, bro. Thank you. We're climbing up the ranks. We're climbing up the ranks of YouTube right now. If you haven't watched my Chandler video earlier, it's an all-time classic. I did not hold back on Chandler. He asked me not to. I don't want to disrespect him. I didn't want to disrespect him by holding back. Because the dude was acting like the ultimate fucking cornball. So, if you're a new subscriber, let me know in chat. If you subscribed in like the last week, you'll be a good sub too. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Like the stream. Be a good little sub. Be a good little sub. Like the stream. I'm glad you come in at night. It's only 11:30. The night is still young. The night is still young. Joe, let's hope Hamzat is next Abu Dhabi pay-per-view and then next Saudi Arabia card. We should be worried because we don't know when he'll be back. Yeah, I hope he fights on the Abu Dhabi August 3rd card is what I'm hoping for, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Who's he going to fight? I want Hamzat versus Strickland. That is what I'm hoping comes to fruition now. And Strickland's probably going to say he doesn't want to fight him. He's not going to show up. He's pulled out of 2 fights ever. So, pulled out of 2 fights ever. And that dude's going to act like he's never going to show up. So, I subbed last week. Loved the content. Hilarious Chandler video. Thank you, bro. Don't you dare feel sorry for him. Don't you dare feel sorry for him. What's the injury Conor has? It's unknown at this point in time. Have you seen Chael claiming Conor isn't injured but actually in rehab? What's he smoking? Chael is an unreliable source, but it would not shock me if that was true. It would not shock me if that's true. It's annoying that we haven't found out. So it wouldn't shock me if that is his injury. He's addicted to substance abuse. Hey, Joey, does Strickland have a big fan base, or is his fans just a loud minority on social media? I asked this because if you're really that popular, wouldn't UFC? I think it's a mix of both. I don't think he's like a huge superstar, but I think he has a decent fan base. And when he actually fights, his fan base becomes even bigger because he has a lot of people that are outside of the MMA sphere that don't pay attention to MMA that hype him up because they like some of the views that he espouses. So they jump on board with him. So it appears, he appears like a bigger fan base than he actually is. But he does have a decent sized fan base. They also are the most loud on social media as well. So it's a combination of all those factors. You say Hamzat's only pulled out twice, but he's been in the UFC for like a year. Well, obviously you're a fucking casual because he's been in the UFC since 2019, you dumb fuck. Or 2020, I mean. Your video on Michael Chandler made me laugh a lot. You were kind of rough on the guy. He said, "Don't you dare disrespect me by having sympathy for me." And I didn't. Top 5 most boring fighters in the UFC. Sean Strickland. Colby Covington. Raquel Pennington. Who else? Who else is shit? Who else is shit? I don't know. Look at the cream, yeah? Chael saying Conor's in rehab on ESPN platform is kind of wild. Defamation suit incoming. My thing is, does anyone ever respond to that or no? It's kind of funny that when Islam Poirier got announced, people got more mad at Islam. I know. Izzy has not had just as many boring fights as Sean. Mavsar is not boring whatsoever. That's an absolute joke. Sean Strickland, come on, dude, you're bugging. If you don't think his fights are boring, then you need to be mentally evaluated. List any 5 women's fighters for most boring fighters that aren't Valentina, Grasso, Weili. List any 5 women's fighters for most boring fighters that aren't Valentina. I don't think Valentina is boring. I don't think Grasso is boring. I don't think Weili is boring. I don't think Suarez is boring. I don't know what you're saying. New Chandler video is unreal and instant classic for the channel. I know. Did Michael Chandler wish you happy Father's Day? He did not. He did not. Strickland's style is fascinating. Strickland's style is fascinating. Okay, I'm saying besides those people. Well, they're not boring. So you want me to name other boring women's fighters? But you're naming exciting fighters? Raquel Pennington's boring. Holly Holm's boring as fuck. Chelsea Chandler's boring. Juliana Miller's boring. I don't know. I'm not looking at all the rankings right now. I can't really think that well about who's the most boring women's fighters. Mad Social Scientist, thank you for the $2 super chat. Paulo asking for Chimaev. I think the UFC will book that next for Hamzat, we'll say. Jab, jab, back up, jab, jab, teep kick, back up, jab, straight, back up. Yeah, super exciting and fascinating. Damn. Joey, I may be late, but did you see Chael said McGregor's in rehab? I did. I don't believe anything Chael says, so I automatically believe that eliminates that theory, but it would not shock me if he was. My favorite women's fighter is genuinely Molly McCann. Mine's Weili Zhang. Am I kind of insane for thinking Verna is going to be champion? You are insane. Joey, name top 5 fighters that are really good but have styles people will not like. I'll give you one, Sean Brady. I can't name you 5, bro. I don't know. I don't know right now off the top of my head. Styles that people aren't going to like, but are exciting. I don't know. It's hard for me to just start listing fighters out of nowhere for no reason. Aren't going to like their styles. Jalton Almeida's a good one. I think people will eventually start calling Shavkat boring. I know that sound. Well, they already have. After the Wonderboy fight, they started calling him boring. Hell no, I didn't watch Chael Silva. Hell no, I didn't watch that shit. Hell no. Who would you say is the most boring fighter on the roster? I don't. It'd be impossible to remember who would be the most boring. I'll say Carlos Barza. Yeah, people were calling Shavkat boring because he dominated Wonderboy. He dominated Wonderboy, so that means he's boring. It's really, truly sad. It's really, truly sad. But that's the world we're living in nowadays. Why didn't UFC main event Ian Gary yet? I don't know, because they want him to fight on pay-per-views. People say Umar's boring. I know, delusional, right? I didn't watch Chael Silva, but damn, I sure tried to find a stream for all of 5 minutes. I didn't even try to do that. Bryce Mitchell's pretty boring, even though he's a cool dude. I don't think Bryce is boring. He's kind of in your face. He's grapple heavy, but I don't think he's boring. He's got jiu-jitsu, and he's nonstop pressuring. Nonstop pressuring, so... Leon is boring. Shavkat did come in with an injury, but still, even so, his fight wasn't boring. I was thinking about this earlier, but a fighter needs to be slightly vulnerable to be the most exciting to me, like Oliveira, Yuri, Habib. Fights make me feel bad for the other guy. I think Habib was one of the most exciting fighters of all time. Doesn't get enough credit. He was literally crazy exciting. He's my favorite fighter to watch when he retired. New video's doing well. It is. It's still picking up views, and it's already at 8,000 views. It's not. What's crazy is it's not doing that great compared to other videos, but that's because I've had so many bangers recently. It's doing 5 out of 10 compared to my recent 10 videos. It's middle of pack, but not far behind. It's right up there with 4 and 3, and then 2 and 1 are heavy ahead of it. But it's on the upper end of views for me, so. It's on the upper end. And it's picked up a lot of subscribers and has a lot of watch time, which watch time is most important for channel growth as well as revenue. So if you have a lot of watch time on a video, it's going to make you more money overall. That's why you can't ever really guesstimate ad revenue, because the length of videos is what matters. So luckily for me, it's crazy. I've been having long videos. Even though it's not good for clicks, the longer the video, the less likely people are to click on it. But in terms of, I'm having long videos that have good retention time and good watch time, which means lots of revenue. Because guess what? I get to the fucking point, boys. I'm spoiling you boys. Did you think Gaethje had any shot against Khabib? I thought it was possible, but I picked Khabib by first or second round sub. I have YouTube Premium, no ads, so you don't make revenue on me. I don't know how that works. I think you still get a portion, but just not as much. Like, they still pay you a portion of YouTube Premium for the YouTube Premium views. You can make up for it by just donating $100 per month. Easy. Easy to make up for. Carlos Bars isn't boring. She smashed Yan Xiaonan to bits with no resistance. That was entertaining. True. Khabib jumping over the cage to this day is legendary. I agree. So, what about Conor Chandler and Power Slap? I don't think Conor's ever fighting in the UFC. How much should I donate? I'm poor and can barely feed my family. If that's the case, what I think you should do is you should invest $500 into the channel, and the clout that you will earn will give you good karma that will then in turn help you make more money to feed your family. Joe, your hair looks adorable today. What do you got? What do you think of the beard? Oh. Rather watch Spider fighting. Hooker Chandler rematch makes sense for both. That's actually true. It was so lame when everyone went on Khabib for jumping the cage. I know, I was pissed at the time. I wish I would have had a YouTube channel. I said they were crying and whining. They weren't crying when Conor threw the dolly. They weren't crying when Conor was talking about his wife. But God forbid he jump out of the cage. Even the MMA media was clutching their fucking pearls like a bunch of little pussies. I want to see Chandler Gamrot. I want to see Chandler versus Fiziev or Chandler versus BSD. Chandler versus BSD is my dream fight right now. I wish they would do Benoit Saint-Denis versus Michael Chandler in Paris. In Paris. John Jones will only defend his belt against tired old firefighter Stipe. Pathetic champ that should be stripped and removed from the pound-for-pound rankings. Okay. Joey sounded like a Jehovah's Witness. I was kidding, bro. I was kidding. Watching MMA Joey streams on the way to work is an absolute gift. We are about to appreciate these guys, Joey, while they're in the prime of pumping out content. Yeah. So. Remember Rogan saying it was a dent to the sport? Like, shut the fuck up. They were like, it's a black eye to the sport. It's a black eye to the sport. Bro, Chandler would be dumb enough to stand with Fiziev. Dude, Fiziev would chin Chandler bad. Would chin him bad. But I want Chandler BSD. Chandler BSD is the fight to make. Thoughts on your clip channel? What are you talking about? Motivational Joey? I think he does a good job. But he doesn't put out a lot of videos. He just puts out videos here and there. Khabib was excited to watch, but Oliveira era will never be top. I think Khabib was more exciting than Oliveira. My little brother just sent me a picture of his eyebrow all stitched up, collar tie, gone wrong at high school wrestling practice today. That's wild. That's wild. He probably feels like a total badass though. He's like, yeah, I got stitches. He's gonna be bragging about that for 2 weeks. I don't even think Armin can beat Gamrot. He already did beat him, but he got robbed. They called it a black eye on the sport. I could tell people were racist towards Khabib. They didn't care when Conor does crazy shit. I think that's just the way they thought they should act. I don't know if that was racism at the time. It's hard for me to think back. But I think people love all that type of stuff when it builds a fight. But when it's after the fight, you're supposed to show respect. I have a biased opinion on Rafael Fiziev because he's literally Ragnar. I watch MMA Joey vids while I'm banging my wife. It works. I'm glad. I'm glad. She watches them too. What's going on, Joey? What's up, Andrew? Why doesn't the UFC make champs defend the belt within a certain time or vacay? Because they play favorites. Whatever's best for business is what they will do. It's annoying as fuck. I've been complaining about it for 2 years on the channel. I've been complaining about 10 years in my fandom. So. Olives was exciting because his fights were back and forth. Agreed. He'll be a dead body by 2026. That's crazy. Who you got if Chandler fights BSD? I'm taking Benoit Saint-Denis. Chandler's been out for that long. Dude said I'll be a dead body by 2026. Joey, crack or fentanyl? I'll take a good hit of crack. I saw on Twitter most popular fighters in order was Poatan, Islam, Topuria, Max, Izzy. How does Charles not pass Ilya or Izzy? No idea. Who do you have if Chandler fights BBC? I don't know. I think Chandler really imposes his will on that BBC. Genuinely grateful for these streams in your channel. Thank you, bro. I'm happy to have you. Who you got if Chandler fights BSD? Did I already answer that? Dos Anjos' next fight? I don't know. Is Dos Anjos staying at welterweight or no? Had you become such an expert in MMA, have you thought about becoming a coach? No. Absolutely not. No. I got too much things to do. I got too many things to do. Ilya has backing of Spain. Okay. What are you getting at? I don't even understand what you're getting at, bro. Oh, the popularity thing? Ilya is definitely super popular just because people like him because he's from Spain. So, fair enough. How about cornering someone? I don't know what you're getting at. Oh, cornering a fighter? Doubtful. Ilya isn't Spanish, he's Georgian. That's true. That is actually true. Good call. But he's from Spain, or he was raised in Spain. He represents Spain too. He represents Georgia, but he also represents Spain. So those guys really get behind their guys. So let me check something real quick. What time? Well, yeah, but he lives in Spain, and Spain loves him. That's exactly it. It's cool how earlier the professional Joey in tux, and late night we get chill Joey. I wasn't in a tux. I was just in a dress shirt. I didn't know Wonderboy was cornering Weston Wilson. I actually thought Wilson had a chance to win. Okay. I didn't know that he was either. Ilya's girl is pretty bomb. I don't know what she looks like. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. But I'm sure if I seen her, I would probably like remember from like maybe the pay-per-view or something. I'm assuming he walked in with her. If he had her then. But yeah, I can't believe it's already 11:46. I got it on here pretty early. And now here I am, pleasuring hundreds of grown men with my mouth. Joey, if cornering any UFC fighter, who would you corner? Who would I corner if I could corner any UFC fighter? I don't know. Whoever would be funniest. Joey, please trim the beard. I already did. I trimmed it today. Literally right before I got on stream, I trimmed it and took a shower. Take off your shirt. Raquel Pennington. MMA Pleasure Man. Joey, that's true. I think Ilya Chins. I don't know who that is. I don't even know who you're saying, actually. Is that even Ilya? But yeah, I'm gonna steal your mom regardless, dude. This beard is top notch. This beard is straight up top notch. Yeah, I'll corner Chandler. It's just I can't wait to grow it out to like it's really big, the biggest it's ever been. The best it's ever been. I'm just a walk-on kid from Alaska. Just a walk-on from Anchorage, Alaska. Who I will be steadfast and whatever else. A lot of upcoming guys on this card. Renat is a problem. Agreed. You need to manage Chandler. I should have. I'm cornering Diego Lopez just to celebrate with Grasso. Cool. If I could train north-south with Joey, it would be my bucket list. Yeah, that's who I'm saying. And Islam. Topuria born in Germany. Is it? Is that true? That's wild. I did not know that. If that's true. You use Rogaine? No. Where are you from? I feel like you barely say. Anchorage, Alaska, dude. How do you not know that by now? Thoughts on Bilal KOing Leon and becoming champion? I think that's more than likely than unlikely. Joey, please give us some tips on trimming and grooming a beard, and may go get a nice trimmer. Get a real fucking sweet trimmer and trim that bitch up. Joey, are there any MMA YouTubers you would like to collab with? I don't really watch MMA YouTube. For some reason, people think MMA YouTubers sit around and watch other MMA YouTubers. I'm sure there's some that do. I don't care. I don't care what they're saying. I don't care what they think. I don't care what videos they're doing. I don't give a fuck. I don't know if I've watched another MMA channel video in its entirety. In years. I don't know if I've watched one in its entirety in years. On my actual MMA Joey YouTube channel, I click on a bunch of really small YouTubers and I'll let them play in a separate tab, and sometimes I'll listen to the first couple minutes before I end up muting it. But and I'll like it and sometimes subscribe, just kind of keep that in my algorithm. But for the most part, if I'm here, I'm recording videos. I'm not sitting on my computer watching other MMA YouTubers. You know? Should we collab with Tracy again? Maybe. Do you ever try local wing spots, or do you just stick to the same spot? I don't really have a spot, to be honest. Most MMA YouTubers are mouth breathing goobers. Okay. Channel sucks. Thank you. Thank you, bro. We need an updated thumbnail with your longer beard. That's true. I've just been using the same picture recently. Pat Matthews. Thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate you. Most boring fighters: 1, Jiri. 2, Max. I would put Oliveira at 2. 3, Pereira. 5, Volk. No. 3, Pereira. 4, Volk. 5, DDP. Most exciting: 1, Miles Johns. 2, Strickland. 3, Jalton. 4, Kron Gracie. 5, Dontel Mace. I would agree with that list. But I would throw Oliveira on the most boring as well. Every MMA YouTuber is often a circle jerk, and then there's Joey spitting bars. Dude, it's follow the leader in the MMA community. I've told you guys this for years. I've told you guys, all these guys do is just follow the leader. You know how many dumb motherfuckers on Twitter, on YouTube, were just spouting nonsense all because one other person spouts nonsense? It's like if something goes a little bit viral on Twitter, bet your ass it's on YouTube. Something goes a little viral on YouTube, bet your ass it's on Twitter. And it's just the MMA community circle jerking each other, putting no actual thought in anything, and just being overall full of shit. I mean, think about it. Last week, I think it was dumbass Cucky, because it was a theory on Twitter or whatever. This motherfucker was arguing with me last Wednesday. Stream's still up. Joey, the UFC's feeding Ariel bad info to make him look dumb. I'm telling you right now. And I said it on that stream right then and there. If you were one of these people, okay, I don't care if you're some weird Twitter person. I don't care if you're a YouTuber. I don't care if you were in the chat, a loyal subscriber and member. If you were one of these dumb motherfuckers saying the UFC is concocting and hatching a plan with Conor McGregor's camp to scare the fans and to feed Ariel bad information so that he can look dumb, you are a dumb fuck. You are devoid of all logic. You are detached from reality. You are so caught up in your own bias, you can't see in front of your face. It was an embarrassing theory. Anybody who presented that theory as even a plausible theory is a dumb fuck. I mean, it makes no sense on so many levels, bro. It makes no sense on so many levels. You think they're going to waste their time doing that shit? You think they're going to cancel a press conference to do that shit? You think you have Dana calling Conor, who's a fucking mega celebrity, who's out partying 24/7, concocting a plan, let's make Ariel look bad? When Ariel's just reporting very, like, read between the lines reports, giving us actual updates on what's going on behind the scenes that aligns with all the visible details that we have. Damn, man. And Cucky kept coming at me, man. He kept coming at me, kept coming at me, kept coming at me. So, Joey, I'm going to apologize when you're wrong. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. It's embarrassing. It's stupid. So, yeah. Get some fucking logic, dude. You ain't got no brains in your head. And a lot of people were saying that shit on Twitter, too. I saw people saying that on Twitter. Low IQ. Super low IQ. And it all came from a place that you just don't like Arrow. You would believe that dumb shit. Go back and watch last Wednesday's live stream. It's even funnier now because on Thursday we found out the news. He was like, Joey, you're going to have to apologize to me. You're going to have to apologize to me tomorrow. So, yeah. Makes no sense. Come on, Joe. You know Dana would do that, bro. He has a doc. Dude, not that specific. That's way too oddly specific and way too high effort to do that. It makes no sense. It's not even logical. It's not even in the realm of possibility. Okay? It would be an embarrassment. Loving the content recently, bro. I'm glad you have. I like how you slobbering on that emoji. Joe, why are you giving Ariel credit when you knew before he did? I'm not necessarily giving him credit. I'm just saying, at least he reported. So, Joey, I was listening to James Lynch live chat yesterday. He said multiple times that you're intentionally a pro-Dagestani Muslim because you know that's a big market and you get good views. It's just simply not true. It's just a dog shit take. I've heard this before. I'm assuming that he said it. I don't, people have said that to me before. Okay, they can say whatever they want. It makes absolutely no sense at all. So I'm pandering to Dagestani and Muslim fighters for views when I've called them out for dumb shit. I have openly said the fan base is annoying. I have criticized Khabib Nurmagomedov, the pseudo deity, because of Eagle FC and the absolute catastrophe that it was. But just because I call out the MMA community for their blatant bias, their blatant hypocrisy, their blatant hate of certain fighters from certain regions, and it's not up for debate, okay? It's not up for debate. I know, he had that, I think he kind of misrepresented it a little bit, not intentionally, about the whole Umar thing, because I don't think he actually paid attention to the video. He missed my point. But the whole, and I've heard people say these words, and more specifically James say these words, and I know I've used them in thumbnails and I've used them in some titles, Islamophobic, xenophobic. I don't even use words like that. They're just good words that accurately represent what I'm describing, so I put them in thumbnails and titles when it's accurate and when it accurately represents it. When it comes to people in the fan base hating on Muslim fighters, when it comes to people in the fan base hating on Dagestani fighters, it's not up for debate. It's not up for debate at all. It exists. I see it every single day. Now, can you say, well, what about this? And you could probably be right, but that doesn't change the fact. You can say, listen, you can say the Muslim fan base is a diehard fan base and rocks out with every single one of their fighters and can be annoying as a motherfucker. Listen, I'm saying it right now. Listen, I'm saying it right now. Saeed could be even considered one of those motherfuckers. I'm not pandering to a fucking soul. I can say that, but then I can also say there is an equal or larger population of the fan base, in my opinion, definitely larger, that hates on those motherfuckers just specifically because of their religion or where they are from. It exists. We all know it's a fact. Nobody will say it because they're scared of the big bad MMA community. They're going to cancel me. They're going to be upset that you call it out. I don't give a fuck. I'm not pandering to a soul. Do you know how many more followers I would have and how much less hate that I would get if I just went along with that shit? Because it's probably, again, I don't know. I hate to even try to put a percentage on it, but it's a decent portion. It's not the entire community for sure. It's a decent portion. So to act as if it doesn't exist when we all see it every single day with our own eyes, it's just being disingenuous, okay? It's true. It's facts. And it is what it is. I could prove it right 20 times over. And saying and diverting and saying, well, their fans are annoying and they say dumb shit. I mean, there's fan bases all the time saying dumb shit. It happens all the time. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. So it's nothing like against him. Like, I'm friends with James. I think James is a nice guy. I'm sure, at some point I'm going to go on his channel. He asked me a while ago. I told him once I hit over 20K, I'll go on. But like, it's facts, man. It's facts. But if anyone's pandering with the defense of the MMA community and not admitting what's open air, what we clearly see with our own eyes, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I know what you're trying to do. I feel like in a way you try to stir up shit by even saying that. But I know people have said that in general. That's why I want to respond to it in general. But I don't even talk about this shit that much. I make a video here and there where I'm like, look, these motherfuckers who constantly criticize, oh, well, look, he just happens to be Dagestani. Oh, they're hyping up Sean Strickland. What could be the outlier there? Islam's boring. Sean Strickland's exciting. Oh my God. What could it possibly be? Just because I point that out, that's not like my identity here. I'm just being truthful. It's what I see. It's what I believe. And I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. It's not like I'm personally so offended and so brokenhearted. But my point is, we should point out stuff when it's a fact. It's not about pandering to anyone or trying to get anyone on my side. If you watch my channel and you've been paying attention, you know that I don't give a fuck about pandering to a soul. So, not to go on a long diatribe, but it's just simply so obvious. And anyone who does not believe that is lying to themselves, or they're just simply not paying attention. So that's I know in a way you're trying to stir up shit, and this isn't to stir up any beef or anything. Other people have said this to me in chat and comments before. It's a thing that I've heard before. And also the Dagestanis, I don't even think half of them or a large portion of them probably don't speak English. So I'm definitely, if you think for 1 second, let me know in chat right now, what would get me more support in the MMA community? If I consistently hated on Dagestani and Muslim fighters, or let's say even I was neutral, okay? Hating on them or neutral, put that in one category, mainly hating, or I defended them and called out what I see on a regular basis. Which do you think would be more popular in the MMA community? Please let me know in chat. What would be more popular? Because we all know the truth. We all know the truth, okay? It would be hating. So, and that's a fact. I mean, that's an unequivocal fact. So, I mean, we all know it's true. That's why we all know it's true. And what I think it is mainly what I think it is. And a large portion of them, maybe it's not necessarily just because they're Muslim or Islam or from Russia. I think it's a good portion of that set of fans are just Conor McGregor casuals. So yeah, of course, hating would get more clicks, would be better for revenue. I'd be more liked. I'd get less hate. And that's just a fact. Anyone who doesn't see that is blind as a bat. But guess what? On this channel, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. My number one priority is not revenue. My number one priority is not being popular. My number one priority is not for everyone to love and adore me. My number one priority is to speak my fucking mind and give my opinion and not hold back and not embellish and not misrepresent and not do weird things as a desperate reach for success on YouTube. That is what I hate. That is the epitome of what I hate. I'm just being honest with you and giving my opinion, whether it's a video, a stream, or whatever. That's it. And that's just facts. And that's just facts. People can say that's not true. People can disagree with me. Whatever they may think. The way I talk and the way I act on this channel, okay, is exactly who I am. I'm not drumming up some character. I'm not making up opinions just because I think they'll be popular or whatever. Most of my opinions, people say contrarian, contrarian, contrarian. And then they become the majority opinion once everything falls into place. So I'm glad we could go on that rant. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like the stream, all right? Because if you want an honest MMA channel, that's what you got here. At the end of the day, that's what you got. Hate it, love it, whatever it may be. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to scroll back now because I've now missed a lot of responses to what I was saying. Hating someone and being obsessed enough to Chandler them are the two different things. What are we arguing about today, boys? I don't know. To have a theory on a random Apex card is one thing, but zero chance they would possibly hurt the card and sales of a McGregor pay-per-view. Exactly. I took the L, I get it, but I'm not dumb to think Dana would. Dude, that scenario would never happen. Joey, there's a YouTube glitch where my wrench isn't showing up. I think you got to donate 100. I think you got to donate 100 to get a wrench. That's 100% for James. You twerk on Dagestani's meat constantly. Just simply not true, bro. Just simply not true. An absolute disgrace that you would even say such a thing. Just because I call out truths in the MMA community. So, I know I wanted to respond, but he banned me from his channel. Okay. You were cracking me up in that Chandler video. I'm glad you agreed it. All right, dude. If you're just going to say this shit, talking about sucking people's dick, dude, go suck someone else's cock. Get timed out for a little bit. They say who is using other YouTubers for clicks and pretending to be buddies with all of them. Tired of James sneak dissing. He's so anti. Look, I'm not going to shit on James. I haven't really been paying attention recently. I've been super busy. I think James overall is a nice guy. I don't want anyone trying to spin this around and saying somehow I hate James or anything like that. I just think he's misguided because I think appeal to popular opinion is what he's doing, is appeal to popular opinion. And I don't even know if he's consciously doing that. So, Switch Up is insane. He's very problematic and always has an attitude. He changed since the last time he collabed with Joey. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to anything recently. Coward talks about raising lions, not sheep, then talks about his kids crying. Okay, I'm not going to talk about his family or his. Come on, dude. Come on, let's move on to something else. It's not about him. It's just about what people say about me in general. For your doggy sycophant ways, the kingdom will invite you to be honored guests. Yeah, I like how people say that, but they never point out what I said that's factually untrue. All facts, Joey. I'm tired of hearing of all these incels mad about you telling the truth. Hey, man. I told you guys this. I've been telling you guys this for 2 years. I have no problem ever being the most hated man in the room. I could walk into a room in real life right now with 1,000 people that absolutely hate my guts and I would not give a fuck. Okay, so being hated online, I don't give a fuck. You know, I have my loyal supporters and that's all that matters. You love winners, therefore you love Dagestanis. True. Hating on Dagestanis would definitely get more clicks. You're a real one, Joey. Thank you. Is it Islamophobic to say they don't speak English? I'm not saying they don't speak English. I'm just saying a large portion of Dagestanis who are from Dagestan most likely don't speak English. That's why he hates on them for views. Hate gets more clicks in toxic communities. Speaking your mind as it should be. Joey's speaking facts, but is totally denying people don't have unwanted hate towards. I mean, dude, there's been so many examples. Let's just talk about Donald Cowboy Cerrone recently. I should have made a video on him. Maybe now you've inspired me to drum back up that video. Hating. Let's come back to make fun of Chandler. Agreed. Hyping Cage Warriors fighters will get you more views. Okay. Yeah, the British Cage Warrior fighters are constantly. So, which is surprising because a lot of these MMA communities support Trump and these Dagestani fights low-key support Trump. They haters would be the biggest fans if they weren't blinded. I think it's a lot of Conor McGregor casuals, but I don't know exactly the correlation you mean there, but I know Ali Abdelaziz loves Trump. I've seen him posting online about that. He's fired up, boys. Joey, least biased MMA YouTuber. True. I can honestly say, and it is what it is, you can take it for what you want. There is no pandering going on in this channel in any capacity, and I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about me, whether it's Conor McGregor's fan base, whether it's Chandler's fan base, whether it's the Muslim fan base, whether it's the Dagestani fan base, whether it's the whatever fan base. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to give my opinion honestly. People know that. We appreciate your honesty. Thank you. Joey, the modern day Martin Luther King. Stop, dude. Joey doesn't give a fuck. Hate sells. Who's buying? 100 for a wrench. You take installments. I was just kidding around, bro. I was just kidding around. So, you're doing awesome, bro. Love your content. Thank you. Dude, it's nice to follow an MMA channel that doesn't have heap reactionary views. Loved, switched on analysis. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Look, that's all I'm trying to be. People who actually watch and pay attention to the videos know who I am, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, if you watch my content, you watch my streams, you know who I am. And I've been the same since I started my channel, so yeah. I'm not trying to stir anything up. I just thought letting you know because you're the most unbiased and only person who gives credit to Dagestani fighters. I don't know. I don't think that I'm the only person that gives credit to Dagestani fighters. I don't think that's true. But I think I'm the person that calls people out when they, or calls out the community as a whole when they try to discredit something or other. Hey, Joe, what's in those boxes behind you? Just nothing but crack. Nothing but crack. That's what it is. Let me take a drink. Damn, we've been live for almost 2 hours. I'm done. The real shock to me is I feel like Lynch is always talking about that, man. I think it's because he's kind of started the community on him in general. Like, so he has it coming from both ends now. You know what I mean? Where he has the people that want to that are crazy coming after him because of the shit he says, but then he has the people that supporting it, and you know what I mean? I feel like it's always a topic. Like the last few times I've checked in, it's always been a topic. And I just can't listen to that shit. I don't want to hear about that 24/7. Out of smart water? No, I have some, but I just brought up a small water. Talks about Dagestani all day, the fans, fighters, etc. Want to be Joe Rogan softy tuned out months ago. Okay. All right. I don't know. Corporate vibe? I mean, I don't think he wants to hurt anyone's feelings, to be honest. You got good content, but there's more to life than being right. If you can get a bunch of views and you're wrong and make a bunch of money, then what's more important than being right? No, it's not. Not for me. I'd rather be right than make money. And that's a fact. The same people clowning on Chandler right now for waiting on Conor are okay with John Jones holding up the division, refusing to defend the belt. Is anyone okay with Jones holding up the division? But he's injured. The UFC hasn't stripped him. If it was up to me, he wouldn't have the belt at all. Chandler says Conor's name during sex, probably. What's next for Volk? Does he wait for the winner of Ilya Max? Yes. We need to see Chandler versus Jamal for the coping belt. That's true. He talks about it because of the comments. Okay. Look, I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is the last few times is that's what I've heard, and it's just like, damn, I don't want to hear about this shit. I don't even want to talk about it myself. I just point it out when it's blatantly obvious. That's it. That's all I do. I point it out when it's blatantly obvious. End of story. Move on to the next topic. You think Volk will fight this year? No. I think Volk will fight early next year. I will give an example. I actually had the courage to come on James' show, unlike others, during his 50K stream. Congratulated him. All the comments were like, Saeed is a terrorist, 9/11. Doesn't shock me, bro. Does not shock me. I've seen some shit like that before. It's just, it's weirdo internet trolls who get off to that type of shit. I'm here to hear about Chandler. Watch the recent video, bruh. Watch the recent video. Joey panders to the Creed fan base. That's actually true. That's the only fan base I pander to. That's the only fan base I pander to. Is the Creed fan base. Which I absolutely love Creed. How can you not love Creed? I would love to know. But I don't know. People want to accuse me of pandering. Do you think Volk will ever be the same fighter? No. No. He's afraid of having too much backlash. He felt internet flame once before. What do you mean by that? I listened to that as well, and you were on the stream. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Joey doesn't read comments that give him heat. I try to read most of the comments, 90% of the comments. Apparently McNuggets injured his sobriety. Could be. Leo Bardo, thank you for the $2. Joey, please set up an I Quit match with me and Pat. All right. It's set up. Joey, where's your panic button? I don't have a panic button. My panic button is right fucking here, because when it's time to panic, it's time to brandish my fucking shillelagh and start cracking fucking skulls. All right, buddy. Joey, how much does Pat donate to your calls? Are you able to aggregate donations from that beautiful giving human being? He's probably been donating for like 30 straight streams. Probably a total of about 75 cents by now. I watch Joey vids on mute while playing Creed music when banging my wife. It works. I'm done. Do you drink alcohol? No. Chael said Conor isn't even injured. I don't believe a word Chael says. Joey, sometimes you're fucking hilarious. What did I say that was so funny? Lynch doesn't like the feeling of being roasted. You actually don't care. I can't speak for him, but I don't give a fuck what anyone says about me. Genuinely. I mean, what are we, 3 years old? I mean, oh, you hurt my feelings. Go ahead. Call me whatever you want. Call me fat. Call me biased. Call me contrarian. Just don't call me wrong, because I never am, or very rarely am. All right? Just don't call me wrong. 75 cents? You're being too nice. I am. Pat, thank you for the $1.99. I challenged Leobardo to an I shit match. Dude challenged you to an I Quit match. That means you guys got to listen. You guys got to keep donating after each other, talking shit until one of you guys quits. That's the only way I can foresee it. You guys got to keep donating until one of you guys quits. That's the way it is. Do you think Peyton Talbot will be champion? It's way too early to tell. So, we love this Joey era before you sell out and do ads for my bookie. I don't think I'll ever do ads for gambling. I hate gambling sites. Joe, will Jamal Hill ever fight again after you beat him up? Probably not. Do you think Hamzat fall off besides being sick? I hope he returns to form. And I'm the only one who banned while people call me a terrorist and still on James' channel. James told me to ignore them when I was on stream during that time. That's wild, bro. That's wild. I wish I could see it. I was curious. Joey runs this chat with an iron fist. Sometimes I feel intimidated. That's facts. Pat has been ducking me. I piss, puke, and shit match. Okay. Alrighty then. So. Someone's complaining about my hand movements in the videos now. Oh my god. Oh my god. I challenged Pat to an eating match. I'll go first. Thank you for the $2, Leah Bardo. Andrew John, thank you for the $4.99. We need a tough watch party. Tough has been completely undermined. The fact that the coaches didn't fight each other at the end of the season. It's been completely undermined at this point. It's been completely undermined. It's crazy now. It doesn't even feel like a new camera angle anymore. Does it? Remember when everyone was like, new camera angle with the bod on camera? Damn, this beard is luscious. It is super luscious. Oh, yeah. I don't feel like giving any more donuts, so you win. That's funny. You read it wrong. I meant ass eating. Oh, I challenged Pat to an ass-eating match. I'll go first. All right. All righty. $4.99. $4.99 tough watch party. Joey, is it true Jamal Hill hasn't posted on social media since pulling out because you KO'd him and he's in a coma? No, that's not true. I fucked him up, but he's not in a coma, though. He's not in a coma. He just got fucked up pretty bad. Joe, we all know you got a fat ass. One of my favorite memes of all time. I think I've talked about this before on stream. It's mad funny. It's like a picture of Squidward with like his bulging eyes and his eyes are all red. And it's like this, the background's kind of blurry. So he's like in a stressed state. And it's like when you're playing dead and you hear the school shooter start unbuckling his pants and saying, "This kid's always got a fat ass." I was like, what the fuck? That shit is crazy that somebody even thought of that. That's literally my favorite meme just because it's so fucking stupid and ridiculous. The SpongeBob memes are good. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, I remember people defending the Dublin press conference was going to be postponed. When's it going to be postponed? When's it going to be postponed? Does anyone know the new date for the postponement? Does anyone know the date for the postponement? I'm trying to find out the date for the postponement of the new Dublin press conference. Could somebody tell me? Could somebody tell me when the postponement is? I would love to know. I would love to know. Can we find out? My first public subscriber subscribed April 8th, 2021. My first public subscriber. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Paul. I wonder if he's actually watching still. That's wild. Shout out to old Paul. I remember when I used to get YouTube notifications on subscribers. Like when you don't have that many subscribers, you'll get notifications that you get a new subscriber. I remember maybe last year at some point, I turned off YouTube notifications. I was like, I can't. I was getting like it was the comments, notifications. And I was like, I got to turn this shit off. So, it's weird. It's weird how stuff... What's the next video you're doing? I have no idea right now. I have a couple kind of in the bank, but I'm not going to promise anything right now because I'm actually like kind of somewhat caught up. Premiere had me weak. Did you enjoy the premiere? Joey, I lost hope for 303 once Chandler started posting MLK quotes. I told you boys, dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. I knew that shit wasn't happening when he's posting fucking MLK. And I'm the one who got banned while... Dude, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear people called you that. That's disgusting. Despicable. So... But sometimes that's the world we live in. What frames do you have behind you? That's a great question. They're just kind of chilling there. But right here is an Anderson Silva autograph. Right here is one of those pieces of canvas. It's from the McGregor-Habib fight. Behind that is a poster for Chandler Gaethje. Right here is Dan Henderson's H-Bomb autograph. Also in here somewhere is Piotr Jan autograph. And also somewhere in here is Marlon Chito Vera autograph, which now I hide shamefully. I hide in shame. I wish they would have never rematched. So that explains all of them. Only 220 live viewers. Joey fell off. Thanks, Joe, for your support. Sometimes you are a little bit brash, man. I'm just being honest here. Let me see that 229 canvas. I will never. I'm going to redo my background hopefully by the end of the year. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I hate change. I'm trying to figure out my desk setup first. Chael claimed Conor's in rehab. I know. But I don't trust anything. I don't trust anything that Chael Sonnen says, to be honest. I have a dream. I'll fight Conor McGregor one day. Chandler probably. Joey, I've only got one dude on my mind. I feel like you should showcase Khabib's iconic moment. I have a Khabib Nurmagomedov autograph of him choking out Conor. It's actually hanging in my living room. Eventually, it's going to be in my background somewhere. For sure. So I can get called a Dagestani pander. But that's a sick moment in time. I bought it right after Khabib's father died. Literally like the day after Khabib's father died. And I bought it for like $200 or $300. And I said, I remember telling my fiance, I said he might retire after the Gaethje fight, so I'm buying this shit now because it's going to go up in value. It's like $500 now. I'm not looking to sell it or anything, but I'm just saying if I ever wanted it, now was the time. So, yeah. It's crazy how people say Izzy isn't deserving yet. Has a KO win last year over Pereira, who people say is pound for pound top 3. Agreed. Literally 1 year ago. When the lion eats the prey, the point was walk on. Chandler's patience of job is making him look a bit pathetic. Yeah, it is. It is. All right, now that we got that. Conor Kovic, good tweet, an iconic moment. Pete Conor. Who's your favorite fighters? Charles Oliveira, Jiri Prochazka. If you look at the middleweight division, Izzy is the most deserving. Okay. Joey, I appreciate you. One of the funniest dudes covering MMA. You keep it 100, no half-stepping. That's facts, bro. No half-stepping. It's now Pereira versus Jiri 2. 6 days ago, it was McGregor Chandler. How sad is that? I'm just annoyed that we have big fights happening on short notice. Hey, Joey, say chewy. No. I sold a Chael. Okay. Izzy GOAT. Dude, so many people complaining about Izzy getting a title shot makes me laugh my fucking ass off. Where was that energy for Ankalaev? Where was that energy for Merab? Where was that energy for Bilal? So it's your fault. It's your fault. So where was that energy for Steve Erceg over Makayev? It's just funny, man. It's just funny. If I had to pick 2 to show up on short notice and perform good, it would be Jiri and Alex. Fair enough. Joe, you have any desire to eventually see Izzy Alex 3 at 205? No. I think Alex's size advantage is way too crazy, and I think he'd flatline Izzy, and I don't even think it'd be super competitive at 205 because of Alex's massive size advantage. Joe, your humor is low-key funniest shit on YouTube. Thank you, man. I've been called boring before, apparently. Edwin Sanchez, thank you for the $9.99. Chewee-wee. People forget that Izzy lapped the division. They just don't like Izzy, man. That's why they're complaining about it. There's no one that actually deserves it. When you started laughing when Chandler said, I'm going to see you at the top, kid, I was dying. I know. Y'all can word it KO over pound for pound guy, but word it I finally KO'd someone who beat him 3 times. That's not even accurate, bro. That's not even accurate. He beat him once and got early stoppage on a fight that he was getting dominated in. And that's it. So, UFC deleted Conor Diaz 1. They only put those up when they're promoting a fight. They take them back down. Read my comment. You're going to have to resend it, dude. I don't even see it. Joey, some of us should meet up sometimes. That would be dope. I don't know when I'm ever going to go to an event. Maybe this year. Are you going to use that $9.99 on at In-N-Out Burger? No, it costs a lot more to feed your mother than $9.99. So I'm probably going to have to come up with, tap into my savings account. Yeah, we'll have a meetup in the public restroom. That's what we'll do. We'll have to wear name tags of our YouTube names. Sorry, Joe. When I'm in B-More, I'll come to your ass. Come to your house? Whoa. I was reading 2 comments. Is he knocking out Duplessis Costa style ass up? Dude, if he humps Duplessis, that'll be crazy. Joey lives in a van. There's plenty of space in my hot tub. Nah, his mom eats more than $9.99. That's facts, bro. That is facts. His mom eats a lot more than $9.99. What state you from? Brother, I'm from Illinois. I'm a weary traveler. I'm a weary traveler, bro. Will Hamzat be the biggest? What if? We'll have to see. He might return. You gonna use that $9.99 at Burger King? Just admit it, dude. Who eats Burger King? Ew. It says June 3rd. What does? Let's meet up in the woods. I'm hoping and praying Hamzat is in the next to beat. Yeah, homework. Do you think DDP leaves too many openings? He rushes in with too many. Yes. There's that one combination where he fucking turns his back on Strickland. So, yeah. Who wins, Yuri or Alex? Honestly, I'm starting to land Yuri. I'm going to feel like an idiot if I'm wrong, though. It was an early stoppage for sure. Get a Wendy's Baconator? I don't like bacon. Joey hangs out Golden Corral 8 hours a day? True. Who doesn't? You don't? You got to get your money's worth. Dude, stop with the James Lynch shit, dude. Stop trying to stir some shit up. We get it. If you don't like him, you don't like him. Fair enough. You don't have to like him. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like anyone. No one's forcing you to like anyone. Buddy boy. The Burger King chicken sandwich used to be better than the... I've never had it, so I couldn't tell you. I've had the McChicken before, but I've never had Burger King chicken sandwich. I don't eat Burger King ever in my life. I have, but just not really. Joe had the same leaning towards Jiri, but remember, he was getting touched up by Rakic. I know, and getting his leg chopped. Who doesn't like bacon? I don't like bacon. I actually fucking despise bacon. To the point... I won't eat a pizza if half of it has bacon on it because I can taste the bacon. Did you say Alex stoppage was early against Izzy or Yuri? Both of them were early, actually, but I said Izzy. I was minding my own business at the Golden Corral, and some guy kept asking me if I liked the chicken. He had a bomb tie beard. Who's a bigger star, O'Malley or Pereira? Pereira. Favorite pizza topping? Believe it or not, I just eat regular cheese pizza. I'm a weirdo. I eat everything like plain. I'm back. My phone died. I'm glad you brought it back to life. Even the Strickland stoppage was early. Well, Strickland was out for a second, so I do understand the stoppage there. So, bring back the Joey jig. You're just making shit up. I like your Muslim beard. It's not a Muslim beard. It's just a sexy beard. Look how, damn, that beard is good. That beard is good, boys. That's the best beard on MMA YouTube. I'll tell you that. Ain't nobody competing with this luscious, black, thick, and beautiful beard. Nobody's competing with this. If you had to be confident in the finishing sequence of Izzy versus Alex and Alex versus Yuri, who finishes via KO if not stopped early? I don't know, dude. I would say Izzy had a better chance of coming back. But I think both of them could have survived. Stop touching your beard on stream. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to do, bitch. My only doubt in DDP Izzy fight is does DDP can hold Izzy down? No. Didn't you say you're leaning more towards Jiri this time? I might just take the leap and pick Jiri. Pereira didn't want to take the fight, man. Jiri was all in from the jump. As long as Jiri doesn't get stopped in the first 2 rounds, I think he wins. I'm going to look like an asshole, though, if I pick him and I'm wrong. The smart pick is Pereira. The smart pick is Pereira. I'm really struggling internally with that pick, and I got to make it in, what, 6 days? I got to make it in 5 days. Oh, no. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. It's tough. I know the smart pick is Pereira. But I think Jiri's a fucking dog, man. If he can survive those first 2 rounds. Joe, you're just a picky eater, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Do I look picky to you, Jack? Do I look picky to you? But yeah, I am. Thank you for the 4K Lustrous V picks. It definitely won't go the distance either way. I'm with you. I'm going to look like a total fucking asshole if I pick Jiri and fucking Pereira goes out there and chins him again. Chandler whispering to his wife tonight when she makes love to him, I got one dude on my mind. Dude's going to continue to have one dude on his mind. Joey has 3 seconds of cardio. Ask your mother. I got way longer than 3 seconds. Ever thought about making reactions videos to street beefs? No. No. So, Joey, please make the cowboy video. I don't know if I had so much shit to do, dude, and I finally feel like I've caught up a little bit, and I'm like, I got to relax a little bit. Jiri let his guard down too much. Joey, have you ever thought of becoming a UFC fighter? I feel like you would do well. No. I don't want to scramble my brains. Ever thought about doing power slap full card breakdowns? Yeah. Joey, haters are going to use Joey's beard and the fact that he despises bacon to say he panders the Dagestani fan base, which is just crazy. Also, Joey, I think there's going to be a referee that lets it go longer. I read that. Could be. But listen, boys, we already gone over 2 hours. I'm going to go to bed. I'm thinking about maybe working on another video I've had my eye on. But it depends. I'm going to do a little bit of research for a video that I may do tonight. I may do tomorrow and see how quickly I can get together what I want to talk about. If I get it together quick, I'll pump it out real quick. But I don't know. I truly do not know just yet. But listen, my newest Michael Chandler video is a fucking heater. If you guys could go check it out, it's a straight up heater. I'll be live tomorrow around like 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern time. Joe, my conspiracy, Alex is missing weight just like Dubronx did against Islam. Dude, I swear I said that too. Then he beats Jiri as a non-champ. Then they do Magomed Alex and Poatan will not get his rematch just like Olives didn't. Then they'll do Magomed Alex. Then who fights for the title? Magomed Alex and then Magomed will win the title is what you're saying? So, the old Dusty Trail. What's the title of your next video? I don't know yet. It all depends if I make it or not. I don't want to get too hasty. I don't want to get too fucking hasty. But, it means Magomed for the vacant. Fair enough. Fair enough. I understand what you mean. All right, listen, boys. Go check out the newest video. Conor McGregor Michael Chandler having a mental breakdown. Also, Dana White laughs at Michael Chandler wanting to wait for Conor McGregor. Laughs at him. Literally laughs at him. It's hilarious. Go check out the video. Like it. Comment on it. Boost it in the algorithm. Share it. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for joining me for the stream. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll talk to you guys later. Good night.